Good morning, guys. Rick Shaw here on the 10th of June, 2022. And we're still here at our friend's house. We don't know when we're going to head back. My wife, let me get this out of the car here. My wife called up or texted one of her buddies over there, and there's still no water at our house. So this is way over a week now. These people that run the water place over where we live just don't give a flying shit. We still hear that the front section has water and we don't. You know, they're not alternating it between them. They just got ours cut off, and they just don't give a shit. And this stuff here, I hear people say go to a Rafi Tuflio, and that's been done. That's been tried. They get a lawyer, got one. All this shit's been done. And from what I can see, this has been going on for a year that we've been there, years for the other people, the ones who've been living here over 2 years. It's the same crap. So it's not going to change. They don't care. In this country, when somebody does you wrong, you can go to court. you can go to court, and something like a case like this, 10 years maybe, 20, and are they gonna buy off a judge or something? I mean, I went to a case on a motorcycle, clear-cut case. This guy, 100% his fault, and he went in there and played some kind of big old sad sack. And we got boned, and he still hasn't paid us. And then when I went back and said, look, he hasn't paid us, they said, well, you got to start over again. You got to go to the Barron guy, another 3.5 years to get this guy to finish paying me. So you wind up giving up, is what happens. You just give up on these damn people because you're not going to beat them. I mean, they're experts at this shit, is what they are. So, well. But I see in other news, I see that the gas in California is $10, and it's all taxes, because other states it's only 4.5 and stuff like that. And their governor over there, they said, no, we're not going to lower the taxes. So squeeze the people some more, guys. Go ahead. That's just what they do out there. I lived there for 8 years, and I'll be honest with you, that was one messed up place. It's just like the people are kooks, and they keep voting these. You could say that, yeah, they're definitely stealing these elections and all this kind of stuff over there in California, but there's a lot of kooks there too. There's just, I met so many people that are just out of their mind when I was there. So they get what they deserve. I also see old Putin's winning. They're coming out in different news medias, and if they're coming out with this little bit that he's got a chance to win, that means he's kicking their butts, and it's probably going to be over soon. These other countries like Britain and all them that were back in Ukraine, they backed the wrong horse, I'm telling you. And now, how are they going to save face for that? I really don't know. And Bidehole, he's pushing, oh yeah, we're going to get it, blah, blah, blah. He's trying to cover his butt for all the crap they've been pulling over there. That's their big money laundry place. So, and then, this is how crazy. This is something they would do in California, but this is Norway now. I read this article from Norway. Okay, there's a chick. It's actually a biological woman over there, and she's one of these feminists, right? So now they're starting to stand up and say, we ain't taking this anymore. So she gets out there and says trans men are not women. They're not. Guess what? She's facing 3 years in prison for saying that. This is how crazy this stuff's getting, guys. If you don't stand up now, guess what? You're next. These feminists, I bet you they never thought their own was going to come after them. That's what they thought. So, and it's coming after them. So, and then also, there's some investigative guy in Texas, And because of this thing that happened with Alex Jones, he decided he's going to look into it. I don't know if he's affiliated with Alex Jones or who he's with, but it didn't say. It didn't say on the article. It wasn't a video. It was an article I was reading, and he was looking for the birth certificates of these children, going to the public records and trying to find it on these kids, and he can't find it. He can't find any birth certificates. And the other thing, morning. The other thing he noticed was he's looking for obituaries, and they couldn't find any of those either. So that just seems kind of strange. And then also you've got these Hollyweird. They're really on the gun grab bandwagon. They had Matthew McConaughey. He got up there, and there's a bunch of them. They're all pushing for this gun control. My battery went again on that one, so I had to cut that off. But the other thing I wanted to tell you too, we've been talking about getting tires, but I didn't want to get them yet because of the with all the nails in our construction site and everything. Well, yesterday we were cruising along. We were making a turnaround here at my buddy's place, and they had a big, it was like a fence post, like a chain link fence post was sticking up out of the ground about 3 or 4 inches. Well, it was, I'd seen it before. We watched out for it, but it was just like cut straight off. Well, what somebody did was I guess they tried to hammer it down so it got all jagged, and I went through yesterday, and my spare that I dropped that had no miles on it, none at all, I just clipped it with the side of the tire, and it just cut right through the sidewall. I mean, boom, lost all the air immediately. There's no fixing it, and that was the only one that had no miles on it. So I told my wife, you know what, we just got to bite the bullet. I found a bunch of good tires on Lazada. I was reading a lot of stuff on them, and it seems like the American brands are very, very expensive here, probably because the import tax or whatever. And I found different companies. There's Indonesian brands and that make them, and some Indian tires. So I was doing a lot of reading up on the tires, and it seems like this one brand from Indonesia, I wanted a touring quiet tire. I don't want anything real loud. And I actually found them on Lazada. I could have got them for under $10,000, $9,400, but then I got to get them mounted and balanced and all that kind of stuff. So we stopped up to check the prices on the tires here at this Goodyear in GMA, new place that went up since we lived here, and it was 3,000 pesos more, but buying 4 tires, you get the free front end alignment, the spin balancing, and all the stuff, all that kind of stuff like that. Then of course rotations you come back later, you get the rotations and all that. And I think there was also the warranty for the flats and all that. Of course we won't use that unless it's a major catastrophe on the tire. But they seem pretty quiet, seem like good tires. They had a promo on Goodyear, but it was still more than twice as much Goodyear tires, and they didn't have my size anyway. But when I was reading up the different write-ups at the shop, they have a really good pile of stuff, sales stuff. Seemed like this Indonesian company was using the same technologies and stuff like that. I did get a higher speed rating, and I also got a higher weight loading. I went up 2 on the weight loading, so that it came out with a really nice sidewall. And from the little bit of driving we were doing yesterday, they seem like they're much quieter. I didn't want to replace it with the Dunlops. I could have went back to the dealer and put the Dunlops back on them, but I just thought for having 20,000 kilometers on there, and they're wore down to nothing. The sidewalls got weak. I just didn't think that's just a great tire. That didn't last very long. And when you looked at, I thought, okay, they still got a little tread on them, but when you looked at the one I pulled down, the spare, holy cow, they were down to 25%. And we also did see on the one back when the wear bars were, they were flat. They were with the tread, so they were due. They were due. But I didn't think it was a bad price, $13,000 to get them all done. We dropped it off at the place yesterday, and we went to visit with one of Faye's friends. She has like a little cantina, so we went out there, had some stuff to eat, She made me this gravy burger thing with fried rice and egg. I wound up eating 3 of them. It was pretty good. It was very inexpensive, and it was pretty damn good. So, but we were real happy. We got the tires on. I checked everything, made sure the spare was put up right, and looked at it real good. I would have liked to have them paint the rims because they got a little rusty with them caps on there, but they didn't have any paint or any provision to do that. And I was telling the guy, you should. Because that would be nice to have had that fixed up. I'll probably paint them, scratch them up pretty good with a scratch pad, and remove the oil and all that. Try to put some paint on them, make them look decent. I'm not putting these hubcaps back on. They're all scratched and making noise. I just didn't like that. And it's really funny when they have a rubber thing that kind of holds them on, and that's wore. I probably could replace that, but you drive down the highway even in winds and stuff, and I started hearing a weird noise. What the hell is that? I don't like weird noises in my car. It makes me nervous. And I couldn't figure out what it was. And then when I was doing the air pressure on the tire, I hit the dang thing with my elbow, and I heard that noise. I said, "These dang things are loose. They're like if a gust of wind hits, they start flapping." So I just took them off. My wife is all worried that she says, "Oh, wow, we're gonna get in trouble," because in this country you can't change the color of your car. You're not allowed to do a whole bunch of stuff. You buy a car, and nope, you can't change the paint color, anything like that. And she was afraid because I took the hubcaps off that the federales were going to get us. Maybe, I don't know. It seems here they're hit and miss with the federales of what they bother you with. We were up at the at GMA yesterday, and there was a pretty good police presence in the area. A lot of cops around different spots, and every single one of them, and all the security guards, all of them, no face diaper, not a one. I didn't see a single one on anyone. Nobody bothered you. I even told the kids, take them off. We did notice that a lot of the older people, they're still buying into this, that it's going to kill them. But most of the folks didn't have them. We went up, and I'm getting a pair of sandals made. We got to pick them up today. And then I got my bowling shoes are getting fixed. I got to find a bowling ball here yet. My other bowling ball cracked. So I'd like to start bowling again. And we've got to run down to Pa'ibig. They're going to give us about 10 grand. We had to do requirements, and we finished up our requirements yesterday, so we got to go turn this in today. And then also we have requirements we have to do for Social Security, Filipino Social Security. So I have to do that yet, but that I have to wait till I get home to finish those requirements, and then I can't go back anyway till next Wednesday. So we'll go back. We'll wind up going back, having to drag water and all that, and then we'll turn around and come back here and finish our requirements and take care of that. Because the Social Security, they don't want to give you a check. Pa'ibig's going to give you a check that we'll go pick up, but Social Security, they have to put it in the bank account, just like the work did here. So I did all that yesterday. I went down and got the banking number for them, and you got to put out different forms of ID, and it's just a lot of stuff. So all done though, but I'm going to go ahead and let you go. And sorry it ran a little bit long, but you guys all take care. And it is, by the way, it's kind of a nice day. It's nice and cool this morning. It's not, yesterday it was very hot and sticky. So don't forget to pray for each other. And this is Rick Shaw out.